Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Dr. Sticats here. How are you guys? I hope you are having a great time in Splinterlands. As I previously mentioned it to you guys, in these months I've gained a lot of experience with the modern format. In these weeks, I want to start a new journey with you where I share all the best decks that you should be right now in Splinterlands. So without losing any more time, let's jump into it and let's start with the first deck. Today we will look at the Death Splinter. And remember guys, if you like this content, please feel free to leave a like or subscribe to the channel. Enjoy! I want to start this journey by talking about the Death Splinter because I think that this is one of the strongest decks that you can build at the moment, especially because most of the cards that you will see in this image that you can download, no worries, you don't need to screenshot them. I will make them available for you so you can save them in your desktop and you can build your knowledge about what's the best to play every time. So when you look at these cards, on top you can find what's the best situation where you can play this deck. And as you can see, it's mostly related to the fact that it's strongly based about like anti-magic and with magic card. So in terms of summoner, these are the three summoner that you should have all the time. Maybe Mimosa is not something that you need to have all the time, I would say, but in high mana mode, Mimosa can be a really strong card and it's a really good counter against Llama for Noxious Fume. So keep it in consideration if you go for a tournament, she's really strong. Thaddeus Broad, I would suggest to buy it. At the moment it's sitting like at 3 point something dollars. It's not the most expensive summoner, but to me, from my experience, maybe it's not so strong in bronze, which I would argue. I think this card is strong everywhere, but honestly, when you reach diamond, Thaddeus is extremely powerful. Oster is mostly situational and it's a card that you can use few times, but it's good to have if you can rent it. So let's jump into the cards that I think are really strong. So initially we will look at the legendary and epic cards. By talking about the legendary and epic cards, I want to put an extreme focus to three cards. As I was saying, Chaos Legion, Death Splinter, it's extremely strong. So Jin Murat, this card is extremely powerful. I don't know what is gonna be the price once Chaos Legion will sold out, but this is something that it's a game-changing card. Corpse Fiend, good card. If you can buy it, if you can build it, extremely powerful with Thaddeus Broad. Arclaw, okay. Many people will find this controversial, but for everyone is new, like for everyone who wants to build power, for everyone who's tired of like renting out power to reach gold, diamond or whatever, Arclaw is like super cheap. I made a calculation the other day, like around $100 will grant you like 36k collection power, so you can consider this card. The rest of them coming from Untamed and Dice, they're expensive. Bring them with you. If you can rent them, that's good. Dark Hound is a good card, honestly, and Cthulhu, really strong card. From the epic one, again, the strongest cards of this deck are like Werding Warrior and Magi Necrosis. Shadowy Presence is a situational one. The Gordolon is a situational one. It's good in like slow mode. Darkest Mage can be replaced by other cards because you have a lot of affliction in this team. So when you look at this image, always think that from left to right is the strongest and most important card. Now let's jump into rare and common. Do you see this pattern, guys? Again, for like 3 cards from Chaos Legion, really strong. So in rare card, you want to get the Death Elemental, another Silence, Thaddeus Broad, and the legendary 0 mana card. It's like 3 Silence. Basically, you don't receive any damage from everyone. Like in modern format, with this setup, you don't receive any damage. Cursed Wind Echo, good card to put in like last position or like poison game. It will keep up and it will stay alive. Life Supper, it's okay. And this is the part that I love the most. Seriously, these three cards, Riftwing, Cursed Slimeball, and Snedo's Niche, are the must-haves. They are so strong, guys. Cursed Slimeball is a bit more expensive, but when we talk about Riftwing and Shadow's Niche, so powerful. I will show you after this one composition that is insane. Like, common cards, even Silent Shavi, extremely strong. Like, the common cards from this Splinter probably are the strongest that you can buy at the moment in the market. So, let's jump into some games so we can look at some composition that I created over time. I want to show you first this comp, which I think is extremely strong. So we have Opportunity and we have Slow. Since there is Slow, I picked a lot of cards related to Mage, because like magic damage is damage that will go there for sure, even if the enemy is faster. And I put my first card with like Void, Magic Reflect. I have 2 Silence coming from my team. And one thing that I want you to notice is that in this team, I have 2 Camouflage, so my backline is not going to be touched. Also, Riftwing, 8 HP, so no one is gonna touch him because his opportunity is based on HP. But let's not talk about it. Let's just watch the game. You see, I start to scavenge, getting stronger and stronger. He's attacking me. I'm not worried about it. Redemption destroys another monster from his backline. Yeah, from here there is not much to show anymore. As I told you, like, Opportunity didn't let him like touch my backline. And now I have like 2 monster with one with 12 HP and one with 8, and this game is good to go. The second game that we will look at is coming from Champion, and this is one of the first day of the season, so this person must be really strong. And so the rule set says that you are not allowed to use any ranged monster, so I already knew that he was going either for like magic damage or like melee damage. It was so easy to pick this comp for me, especially with like 56 mana. One thing that I will say, I don't play so often this composition. It's something that happened because I expected him, like, this card in the last position is not something that I will do all the time. I would have preferred to play Mimosa, but I didn't, and I preferred to put him here because knowing that he could use melee damage, I wanted to prevent him to use any type of sneak. So let's just have a look at this game. It's really interesting, especially to see what happens with like the Legionnaire Halvar and Jin. The Jin, they're extremely strong. So as you can see here, I destroyed this car with Magic Reflect from the Jin Murat. And another comment that I would like to make about this composition is that with the Resurrection, always remember that you will bring up armor, and Legionnaire Halvar has like 9 armor with Void Armor, so when you resurrect him, it's like extremely strong. So let's keep looking at this. At this point, honestly, I was a bit worried that I was going to lose this game, but the reality is way different. Good, really good. Guys, it's so funny how strong is Dr. Blight. It's like, this card, I don't know what was in the mind of the game developer, but they created seriously a monster. Look, it arrived at the end game with like 9 HP, destroying everything. Another comment that I would like to make about this, I could have played this game with 1 less card compared to him, and this playing a legendary summoner against like a rare summoner from Chaos Legion. So that's the real power of Thaddeus Broad. So that's it, guys. Thank you for your attention, guys. And if you enjoyed this content, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. In the next episode, we will look at the Heart Splinter. Enjoy, guys!